Rain tapped softly on the little wooden windows of my mountain cottage, a sound so gentle it felt like the house itself was breathing. I woke beneath a warm blanket to the sound of clouds rolling over the hills, low and unhurried, in no rush to reveal the morning. My cat hadn't moved either, curled warm against my side, as if he too understood that some mornings are meant to be entered slowly. Pale gray light crept in around the wooden shutters, soft and hesitant, as though the sun itself wasn't quite sure it wanted to bother today. I lay there a while longer, just listening, letting the rain's steady rhythm settle into me before I let myself open my eyes all the way. Eventually, I sat up, stretching slowly, already certain this would be one of those rare, unhurried, entirely mine kind of days. Outside, everything was covered in mist, as if the mountains had quietly disappeared into a dream sometime in the night. The peaks I usually saw from this exact window were simply gone, swallowed whole by a soft white fog that seemed to swallow sound as well. My cat hopped up beside me, equally transfixed, as if he too found something quietly thrilling about a world that had briefly gone missing. The mist didn't lift so much as shift, curling slowly over a valley I couldn't see but knew by heart, patient and endlessly unbothered. Somewhere out in the fog, a single bird called once, muffled and far away, as if even the birds had agreed to keep this particular morning quiet. I lit a tiny lamp against the gray morning, and the whole room seemed to exhale, warm gold pooling softly across the old wooden floor. I made a steaming cup of cinnamon tea, the smell curling through the little kitchen long before the water had even finished boiling. The steam rose in slow spirals, catching the lamplight, filling the cottage with the particular warmth that only cinnamon and rain together seemed to make. I sat with my cup at the little table by the window, my cat settling beside my chair, both of us content to simply watch the rain for a while. The first sip was always the best, warm and faintly sweet, spreading slowly through my chest like the lamplight had somehow gotten inside me too. There is a particular kind of comfort in a warm cup on a cold, gray morning, one that no sunny day quite manages to offer. My cat curled beside me, watching raindrops race down the glass with the kind of total focus only cats seem capable of. He'd pick one drop and follow it the whole way down, as though each tiny race actually mattered, as though he had money on the outcome. He lost interest in one drop the instant a faster one appeared, endlessly, happily distracted, never once seeming to mind starting over. I could have watched him watch the rain for the whole morning, and some mornings I nearly did exactly that. I opened the window slightly, just a crack, letting in the cool scent of wet pine trees and rain-soaked earth. It was the kind of smell that seemed to clean out something inside my chest, sharp and green and entirely, wonderfully alive. I made a simple breakfast, nothing fancy, just bread and butter and the last of yesterday's honey, eaten slowly by the open window. The pine scent stayed with the whole meal, mixing with the cinnamon and the rain until the cottage smelled entirely, perfectly like itself. I washed the few dishes slowly, in no particular rush, the rain outside making even a small chore feel like part of the same unhurried morning. After breakfast, I wrapped myself in a woolen shawl, thick and warm, the kind built for exactly this sort of morning. I stepped onto the little porch, staying just beneath the eaves, close enough to feel the cool spray without getting properly wet. From there, the whole mountainside looked freshly washed, every pine and stone rinsed clean and gleaming faintly under the gray sky. My cat watched from just inside the doorway, thoroughly unconvinced that any of this rain business was worth investigating further. The rain drummed against the porch roof just above me, a steady, wooden rhythm, entirely different from how it sounded through glass. I stood there a long while, unbothered by the cold, simply grateful for a porch, a shawl, and absolutely nowhere else to be. The rain had turned the garden into 1,000 sparkling mirrors, each puddle holding its own small, trembling piece of the gray sky. Every leaf wore its own bead of rain, and every flower bent slightly under the weight of water it hadn't asked for, but wore rather beautifully. I collected a few wildflowers that had fallen beneath the old pine tree, their petals damp and slightly bruised, but lovely all the same. I stepped carefully around the largest puddle and caught my own reflection rippling in it, blurred and softened, like a memory of myself already forming. I carried them carefully back toward the cottage, cupped in my palm like something worth protecting, though they'd already survived the whole storm alone. The whole garden looked like it was quietly rearranging itself, glittering and rearranging, in no hurry to be admired by anyone but the rain. Back inside, I set the wildflowers in a small jar of water, already looking better simply for being somewhere warm and dry. I played soft music, low enough to sit comfortably underneath the sound of the rain rather than compete with it. I started reading an old book I'd found on the cottage's dusty shelf, its pages soft with age, its story exactly the right kind of unhurried. The story pulled me in slowly, the way old books tend to, more interested in the small, quiet moments than in getting anywhere quickly. My cat curled into my lap somewhere around the 3rd chapter, apparently satisfied that reading counted as an acceptable form of stillness. The fire crackled and popped softly beside us, throwing warm orange light across the pages and settling deeper into the room with every passing minute. Every now and then, thunder whispered across the mountains, low and far off, making my little cottage feel even cozier by comparison. By afternoon, I decided the day called for baking and gathered flour, cinnamon, and butter across the small wooden counter. I mixed a small cinnamon cake, the batter thick and fragrant, while the rain kept its own gentle rhythm against the kitchen window. I licked a bit of leftover batter off the spoon before it went to waste. Cinnamon still dusted across my fingers, entirely unrepentant about it. I slid the cake into the old oven, and within minutes, the whole cottage filled with the smell of cinnamon and warm butter. My cat sat watching the oven with the kind of focus usually reserved for raindrops, apparently convinced something important was happening inside. The cake came out golden and slightly uneven, exactly the way a cake made on a rainy afternoon with no particular hurry ought to look. As evening arrived, the rain finally softened, and the mist began to thin just enough to reveal the valley below. Golden lights began glowing in tiny cottages across the valley, one by one. Small, warm proof that other quiet evenings were happening too. I liked imagining who lived behind each small light. What kind of rainy afternoon they'd just had. What kind of cake they might be eating. A thin curl of smoke rose from a chimney somewhere across the valley. Someone else's fire. Someone else's quiet evening drifting up into the mist. I lit my own small lamp then, adding one more warm point of light to the scattered glow spreading slowly across the mountainside. I sat beside the window with the last piece of cake, still faintly warm, and my cat immediately appeared beside me, unsurprised by his own timing. I shared the last piece with him, one small crumb at a time, watching the misty mountains fade slowly into proper darkness outside. He purred low and satisfied after his small share, as if one crumb of cinnamon cake had somehow made the entire rainy day worthwhile. The valley lights glowed steadier now against the dark, small and golden and endlessly patient, exactly like the whole day had been. Neither of us moved for a long while, full and warm and entirely unwilling to let the day end even one moment before it had to. That night, lying in the dim lamplight with the rain still tapping softly outside, I found myself replaying the whole ordinary day. Nothing remarkable had happened. No grand view, no exciting news, just tea and rain and a cat and a slightly lopsided cake. I realized I didn't need anything more remarkable than that. Some of the happiest days are the ones where absolutely nothing extraordinary happens. My eyes grew heavy somewhere between one thought and the next, the rain still keeping its same patient rhythm, carrying me gently toward sleep. I turned off the little lamp, and the rain kept its same soft rhythm, tapping the windows of my small mountain cottage long into the night. From outside, the cottage looked exactly like one of those small golden lights I'd watched from my window, warm and quiet and entirely enough.